Hi, everyone. I think I'm about a minute early. How is everyone today? If you are here, please pop in and say hi. Let me know you're here. Just going to try to find me so I can read the comments. Hi, hi. I'm back. It has been a while. 3 weeks, actually. Okay, let's see here. 3 weeks, actually. Oh, let me turn myself down. Okay, let's see. If you're here, come say hi. Hi, Beck. How are you? Nancy, hi, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Lori, Mary. Ruth, and another Lori. Delaware. Sandy, hello, everybody. Ruth, oh my goodness, there's a bunch of different Ruths too. Tracy, hello, everybody. Patricia, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Unique in the Creek page today. My name is Judy Baker, and I am a designer on Team Unique. And today we are going to, make it like Judy, like my shirt says. And speaking of shirts, before I forget, if you are wanting to purchase a Unique in the Creek special shirt for any of the designers on the Team Unique page, if you go to uniqueinthecreek.com, you go and look at merchandise and you can pick whatever designer you would like to have, and it'll say make it like Judy, make it like Lori, make it like Michelle, etc. And they're great shirts. So if you want to possibly support your designer, please use their affiliate link. And speaking of affiliate links, I have one as well. If you would like to consider supporting me, I would appreciate it. The affiliate link is in the description box below. If you click on that and go shopping, I get a small commission from that. And if you order boards, use the code Team Unique at checkout, you'll get 5% off your own Unique in the Creek boards. And if you are new to Unique in the Creek, welcome. I hope this will be fun and interesting live for you. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I haven't done it on a live on this page. And when I first started making wreaths in 2020, hi, Erica. Hi, Tracy. Hi, everyone. Hi, Angie. How are you? You remembered. Thanks for joining me. Anyway, when I first started making wreaths, I did do flower wreaths a lot. I did the typical sunflowers and the daisies and, whatever petal I could find to use, I tried it. Okay. And I have my favorites. And today I'm going to do one of my favorites, and it is the Rita petal. So what we're going to do with that Rita petal is, this is the Rita petal. If you don't know what a Rita petal is, this is it. Okay. The 2 points go this way. There's also a bubble petal. I will show you later the difference of the two. The bubble petal and the Rita petal are two of my favorite petals. Okay. Hi, Sharon, Alicia. Hi, Lynn, Margaret, everybody. Hello. So this is what we're going to do, and this is what it's going to look like. Okay. It's a tricolor flower wreath, and I'm going to do it on the large flower board. Yeah, my nails. I did red today, Erica, because I've got a little red in the wreath, and red is my favorite color. So I decided, well, let's do my nails red today. Okay, so we're going to do red, orange, and yellow. Okay, and we're going to put a really nice flower center in the middle. I have several options. Okay, so we're going to look at that later. If you need to do a screenshot or would like to do a screenshot of the board, let me see if I can get there for you. Oops, wrong way. There you go. Hope you can see that. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Yes, that Rachel is talking about our wreath I posted in Unique Wreath Creators, which is also something I like to mention. If you are inspired by any designers that use the Unique in the Creek boards, please join, if you have not already, the Unique Wreath Creators page. It's a free page on Facebook. There are hundreds of posts in there, and people design the absolutely most fantastic, amazing designs. And if you are having trouble being inspired by something, go to that page. You're bound to find something of interest. Okay, so Rachel is talking about a wreath that I posted there, and if you want to go pop on over there after the live, please go check it out. Okay, so on row 2 on the large board, we're going to do all the regular hose. Okay, so there's 16 pieces of mesh here. Second row, we're only doing the shared hose. Okay, which is also 16 pieces. Okay, so 2 skip, etc. On row 4, we're going to do just the regular hose, and depending on what center we use, row 5 I left empty because I'm not sure if we're going to use that. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to show you how to do the petal that we did today. I'm going to pull you down to the board and we'll get started. Okay, let's see here. How's that view? Is that okay? Yes, that page, Angie, Unique Wreath Creators, is a wonderful page. And it's a nice, friendly community. We're very supportive. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Diana. Hi, everyone. If I missed your name, I am so sorry. I'm still trying to keep up with comments. Anyway, it's a great page, okay? And speaking of groups, if you would like to join a private group, Can-Am VIP Community or Connection is hosted by 3 amazing designers. I'm sure you all know them. Of course, Lori Franklin, Michelle Rosal-Redding, and Andrea Brown from Ranch House Reese and more. They are our coaches and mentors. They show us neat videos on different techniques that are only shown in the private group. We do chit chats, we do wreath critiques, and it's just a really fun, supportive group. So if you are looking for a place to, find like-minded people, that's where you're going to go. Okay. Oh, Deborah Fauci, I'm glad you're here because you know what? At the end of this video, I'm going to show you something that you had asked a couple times about fusing meshes. It's not my technique. I did not invent, any amazing technique. I learned it from other people, but I was asked to show it, so I'm going to show it for you at the end. Okay. All right. So let's stop babbling here for me, and I will show you the petal. This is the Rita petal. When you cut your mesh, you want a perfect square. So this mesh is a roll of mesh, and it is, 10.5 inches wide. So I cut it 10.5 inches, okay? Because you do want a perfect square, and that's the key to this petal. I mean, if this petal is a little off, it doesn't matter because honestly, when you do the petals, I kind of like the sort of not perfect flat. I kind of like the, me, I like things a little fluffy, okay? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to flip it upside down, curl side up. Factory edge on the top left, bottom right. Okay, you're going to bring the top to the bottom, or you can bring the bottom to the top. It's exactly the same. I don't think it makes any difference. As long as you do everything consistent, your petals will look fine. Okay, so then you're going to smooth it out a little bit. Okay, if you want, if you have trouble with your points being nice and pointy that you like, you can always clip them while you're making your petal, and that just keeps your mesh sort of, neat and tidy. Oh, Deborah, yes, I've been meaning to do that for you. And again, I have been away for a few weeks. I was on vacation, and I haven't actually wreathed until this week, since my last live, actually 3 weeks ago. So Deborah, I did not forget. I will do it at the end of this. And thank you again for joining me. And Lori's here. Hi, Lori, Patsy, Linda, everyone. Okay, so once you get this top to the bottom or bottom to the top, you're going to scrunch up the middle. Okay, just like that. And you're going to push this up you're going to want to make sure your points are even. Okay. I try to make it as even as possible. Now that looks even to me. So you can do two things. You could clip this. Okay. You could rubber band it. Oops, my clip came off. Let me just redo that. Okay. Or you can put it directly into the wreath. And with this one, that's what we're going to do. So you take this little nub. Sorry, you won't be able to see this very well. I apologize. No, you know what? I'll do it over here so you can see better. So you're going to put it in here. Okay. You're going to still make sure that your petals are as even as possible. And you're going to take your needle nose pliers. I apologize. I'm a little rusty when it comes to flowers. Like I said, I don't usually do them. So I am a little rusty on that. So if you could just give me a little grace. All right, here we go. And then you're going to take some pliers or a zip tie gun. If you don't have one of these are very handy. They are on Amazon and they're fairly inexpensive. Okay, so that's the Rita petal. I will show it again in a little bit. I have a whole bunch already made. So let's just throw these in. Now you kind of want to make sure you're putting them in right? Like there is, there's not really a top and a bottom, but you kind of want to make sure you put them in the way you made them. Okay. And another thing I will show you as soon as you can see the board a little bit better. Let me just get a couple of these in here. And I'll show you what I mean. So how is everyone doing today? You know, if you don't know, I live in Alberta, Canada. If you've ever been to the Rocky Mountains, we have a couple beautiful we have several beautiful national parks here. But the two main national parks here in Alberta is Jasper National Park and Banff National Park. And sadly, the wildfires have engulfed Jasper National Park. It's a real tragedy. It's extremely sad. It's a beautiful mountain town. It's left a lot of people displaced and their businesses and homes are lost. So we have to keep them all in our thoughts. And it's just very tragic. If you've ever been to any beautiful mountain park, envision that in your mind and it's gone. So we really have to, have empathy for all those people involved. Okay, it's really sad, and I'm sorry to have woken up to that news that it hit Jasper. They were hoping that it wouldn't hit the town site. Unfortunately, it has, though. Okay. Anyway, I am from Alberta, so here it's extremely dark. It looks like it's 8 o'clock at night because it's very smoky. Very cloudy, and it is raining though. So, I mean, for here, I'm about 4.5 hours away from that fire. So I'm pretty sure our little hamlet here is safe. If you know Liz from Crafty Liz Creation, she's also a Unique in the Creek team designer. She lives in Alberta, but she lives way up north. She lives about 8 hours away from me. And unfortunately, her town again, like last year, has been evacuated. Her whole the Cree Nation there has been all displaced to other towns and cities in that area, and it's extremely, extremely sad. Okay, so let's please keep her in our thoughts, and hopefully they won't be out as long as they were last year. Anyway, so the weather here is a little bit funky, to say the least. And we had extremely hot weather for where I live, to get to 34 degrees or so. It's extremely hot. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I think that's like, I'm going to say 90. And some of you in the southern states are going, oh, that's nothing. And yeah, it isn't. But here it is. We, and where I live, getting to that temperature is extremely rare for that long a time. So anyway, that's where the heat and the wildfires are coming from. We have storms and things like that, and it's very sad. Anyway, I'm sorry, I kind of babbled on about that. Let's see if no, I am so sorry. This is horizontal wide stripe mesh. It is actually in the description box below. I don't believe these colors are in stock right now, but I know Lori gets restocked all the time. So you just keep checking back on the website. I did give you an example in the description box of colors that you could use for a tricolor if you were so inclined to try it. You can use any mesh that you want, you know, any 3 colors that you like. You could do a solid color. You can do one color. This petal is very forgiving. Really, I'm not sure. Maybe deco mesh might not hold up as well, but it'll still hold up. Oh, Nadine, you live in Alberta also? Oh, yeah. 111 degrees in California. Oh, my. That is hot. Lord. Yeah. Laura, you should go look at the pictures and see how devastating it is. So, I mean, I can't complain. I mean, it looks a little dark outside and it's raining, but, you know, I'm still safe, and that's all that matters. Okay, so now that you can see the outside rim, see how fast that is once you get your petals done? I like to put my petals on top of the next petal. Okay, so this petal will go on, I'll lift it. I should have gone the opposite way, but let's do it this way. So, you know, I just kind of pull it up. You can do it either way. Just make it consistent. So if you do left over right or right over left, just make sure that you do it the same way each time. And yes, Paula, I did wood burn my mesh. When I do flowers, I tend to wood burn it, like all the mesh when I do flowers. Unless I'm doing like maybe the Star Trek petal, I probably wouldn't, because none of the edges are exposed. But anything like this, yes, absolutely. I would absolutely wood burn it. Okay, so I'll show you that petal again in case you missed it or you want to see it again. It's 10.5 by 10.5. You want to make a perfect square. So whatever your mesh is, that's how you're going to cut it. Okay. Are you going to try it, Angie? Yes, your rolled petal wreaths are beautiful. But yes, you have to practice this one now, because if you don't know, Angie from Brushes and Boards and Michelle from Monkey's Creations have a challenge, a petal challenge that they're going to do, I believe, at Crafters Convention. Correct me if I'm wrong, Angie. Okay, so you fold the top to the bottom and you can scrunch up like this, or I will show you the other way. You can do bottom to the top and scrunch like this and flip it up. Okay, but either way you look at it, it's the same petal. Okay, it's the same petal whether you go top to bottom, bottom to top. Okay, now I'm just going to clip this one because I do have another one to make to finish the outside row. It's a habit of mine. I go top to bottom. Okay, make sure your points are as even as you can get. Oh, is that 93 degrees Fahrenheit, Rachel? Yeah, unheard of here. This summer has been extremely hot for us. Let me see here if what I missed. Oh, yes, Moline Lodge in Jasper. I know it's completely gone. Oh, Michelle hasn't decided yet. Oh, my goodness. That girl, we got to get her to start doing that, hey? The Crafters Convention. Angie, can you put the deets out about Crafters Convention? I think it's like the second weekend of September. I think it's in Illinois, and that's all I know. I've never been to one. I hear it's the last one, so that's all I know about it. I've never been to a Wreathers convention. I'm kind of hoping Lori has one day. I'm kind of hoping it's in Canada. But anyway, hopefully one day we'll be able to meet everybody. Wouldn't that be fun? All us unique in the Creek Wreathers. Oh my goodness, how fun would that be? Okay, so again, I'm going to put that leaf over there and that petal over there, that petal over there, etc. Okay, all the way around so it looks uniform. It's very big when you make a sunflower or a flower like this on the large board, but it's beautiful. Can you see that okay, everyone? She's slow. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lynn. That's very kind. Yes, summer wildfires here. Well, anywhere, right? Wildfires anywhere are scary. Okay, so I'm going to go around. I'm going to cut off my zip ties. And again, you can see how easy this doing a flower on the Unique and the Creek board is. All the holes are lined up for you to make sure you don't have to think about where to put your zip ties, like on a wire frame. They're all spaced evenly, and it's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. Okay. Again, if you're interested in the SKUs or any of the supplies I'm using today, like this zip cutter, Wreath and the Unique in the Creek, my favorite scissors, zip ties, all those things are listed in the description box below. Okay, so give it a look if you like. And again, if you wouldn't mind using my affiliate link, if you go shopping, that would be great. Okay, so the next row is orange. And again, we're going to do the same thing. I have a couple petals left. We'll do them in a little bit in case we have some people coming in a little bit later. Okay, same thing. It's the same petal. I'm going to go around. It's hard for you to see this row until I get out because of those yellow petals. I just put the 3 layers in there because I wanted to see what it looked like, because you never know, right? You might think, ugh, I don't like it. Actually, I'm going to go this way because my petals go on top of each other that way. So it's just, nope, can't do it. I'm right-handed and I need my zip ties the other way. Sorry, I'll go back and fix them. That's the thing. When you're right-handed or left-handed, right? You have to make sure you put your zip ties in so it's more convenient for you to pull it. And I have trouble as a right-hander to go the opposite way for some reason. That's okay. It's easy to go back. Zip ties are very secure. Your petals aren't going to fall out. And they don't rust. Right? Unique in the Creek boards are perfect for things like that. Oh, Sandy, I bet you that would have looked good. In fact, I think I'm pretty sure I saw that. Throw them over my shoulder. Listen, Angie, I have carpet underneath me, so I don't want to have to do that. If my basement wasn't finished, I would. And then I could just sweep it up like you do. So funny when you do it. I always get a chuckle. When Angie does her lives, she throws her garbage across her shoulder. Maybe it's good luck, Angie. You know, like when they say when you throw salt over your shoulder when you're cooking, you're supposed to throw grains of salt over your shoulder. I think it's supposed to bring you good luck or something, or good fortune. So, maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you do it. You're waiting for your good fortune. Oops. I know my zip ties just came undone here. No worries. Does anyone have any questions about the board or loading the board or anything like that? At the end of this live, because this isn't going to take me very long. Surprise, surprise. I probably won't be on here for 3 hours like I normally am. But I will have time after the live to be able to show you a few things. So if you want to see a certain petal, I'm not the petal guru, but I do know how to do quite a few of them. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. Don't ask me about any of those new funky ones that are out there. The tried and true ones that people do, I can help you with that. There are some really funky petals out there that I haven't tried yet. I mean, I've only tried one. So on the top of my head, I wouldn't know how to do them. Tara, on this roll with the one with the orange, third hole, I'm using double shared holes. So if you can see, I'm doing a shared, skip the regular, shared, skip the regular. I'm doing 16. So 8 sets of 2 on row 3. That's the orange ones. Now, I need 2 more petals of orange, so I'm going to show you how to do that again. And this is big. I have no place to put. Whoa. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay, again, 2 pieces of orange. We're going to do 2 petals. I know, Lynn, isn't Ann? Okay, if you don't know who Angie is, Angie, I'm going to give you a shout out here, my friend. Brushes and boards, stencil it up. Angie, she's a painter, and she does T-shirts and tumblers if you're interested. However, she just started using Wreath on Unique in the Creek board, and she's just killing it. It's so fun to watch her. So if you haven't seen her, go follow her page as well. Oh, and speaking of pages, again, I have a personal page called Sugi's Wreaths and More. If you want to follow me there, I would appreciate that. I believe that's also in the description box. Okay, so 10.5 by 10.5, curl side up. I do factory edge left, top left, bottom right. Bring the top to the bottom, pinch it all the way up through the middle. Pleat, 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 pleat. Pinch, scrunch, flip it. Make sure the points are as even as you can get. You can either elastic band it. I'm just going to clip it because I'm going to put it in the wreath shortly. And this is the second one we're going to do. Any questions? Anybody? Anybody? There we go. This one here, I'm just going to put right into the board. Bring this monster down here. I'm going to have to lift up these 2 yellows to put these in. That's okay. So we're going to put this in, needle nose. If you can see, I put my finger in between that. When I don't have it zip tied or clip or elastic band, I put my finger in there because if you don't, the middle sometimes, springs out and then the petal won't hold. But if you put your finger in there and then pull on that zip tie, if you know what I mean, like here, I'll do it here. I put my finger right between the petals right there, and then I'll put the zip tie right around that. Because if I don't do that, I find if I put the zip tie around that, sometimes this metal section here will spring out and it won't get caught in the zip tie. Okay? So, I don't know, that's a little tip I find makes it a little bit easier for me to do it. You can do it however you like. It's just maybe a suggestion. So see, I put my finger in there. Then I'll zip up my zip tie. Take my finger out and pinch it. Oh, I put that zip tie in wrong. That's why I'm having so much trouble with it. Okay. And then zip it up. So now I'm just going to go around, tighten up all. Oops, yellow ones are attacking me. Okay, we're going to go all the way around. And we're going to cut off the zip ties. My handy dandy zip tie gun. Thank you, Lynn. I mean, like I said, if you have it elastic banded or zip tied, you don't have to worry about that middle section coming out. But if you're doing the petals and putting them directly into your board, I don't know. It's just something I find that helps me. Have all of you done this petal or this style of flower before? Oh, okay, Darcy, just a second. I'll show you in just a second, okay? Oh, thank you, Karen. Yeah, these colors are really pretty. Okay, so again, I'm going to go around. I'm going to flip that last petal around the next petal. These are a little bit tighter than the other ones because I put 2 in each section, but that's okay because I like fluffy, right? So I want the flowers to kind of stand out. This flower is very forgiving. You don't have to really, actually, I'm going to do it the opposite way. They seem to lay better this way, but that's okay if they're different than the other section. That's okay because they're going to intermingle so much, you probably won't even notice it. But I like my petals to be up. I don't necessarily like them like flat, if you know what I mean. Like my petals still have volume to them, if you see what I mean. So when I make the petals, I don't flatten it completely and keep it completely flat. Okay. Oh, you want me to throw one? Okay, Angie, I'll throw one on my next round. I'll throw a couple. Okay, we'll do it, Angie. Okay. Oh, thank you, Susan. Now for the zip tie gun. This is a zip, like a standard zip tie, okay? It's the flat side up, always to the sky or your ceiling is an easy way to remember. You take your zip tie and you make it so it clicks. Can you hear that? Okay. Okay, go. I'll throw one over too. So here's the zip tie. Say you were getting it. You want to take your zip tie gun. Sorry, it's upside down. You want to place this in this little channel that's right here. You want to place it so it's perpendicular, I guess. Is that the right word? To your zip tie gun. So it's in there like that. And then the more you squeeze, you see, these little teeth pick up the zip tie. And I'll just cut it off. Let go. You've got your leftover zip tie and this zip tie. So let's just throw it over my shoulder. Oh, you can't see it because you can't see me doing it. However, I did throw one over my shoulder. I'll do it later maybe when you can see me up close, okay? Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, Cookie, fluffy wreaths. I am, you know, like I said, I started with flower wreaths. I don't do them very often. I do like them though. I just love my deco mesh wreaths. But I thought today, let's do something a little bit different. You know, it's good for me to step out of my box as well. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so all the yellow ones are made. Again, I'm just going to put them in my loaded board already. Oh, were you able to see that, Darcy? Oh, you're welcome. I hope that helped. I mean, the zip tie gun really saves my hands. I have really bad arthritis and I need to get shots in my thumbs. So it helps me so I don't have to pull as hard as I would if I had a cutter or something like that. And the needle nose pliers also makes it easy to, you know, get your zip ties in as well. So those are the two tools that I highly suggest if you do a lot of zip ties and flowers. It's a great investment. Okay. Yes, and horizontal wide stripe is a great mesh for these kind of petals. I love horizontal wide stripe, and Lori in the shop at uniqueinthecreek.com has many, many colors. And she has many, many centers. And I'm going to show you a few options for the centers. Originally, when I was thinking about doing a flower, I was thinking of just doing an all yellow flower, right? Like maybe a black-eyed Susan or sunflower. I thought, well, I want to do the flower, but I think we're going to do just different colors. So this is what I came up with because I kind of wanted to do something summery, but not summery, kind of like a sunrise or a sunset or something like that. Okay, hang on, folks. I'm going to flip you up for just a second. We're going to do an Angie. Angie, you here? Cole, there we go. All right, back to work we go. Now I have to, you realize I have to pick all that up, Angie, right? Right? Thank you. Yeah, it's like a sunset flower. Okay, Angie. Yeah, we did an Angie. Now we can carry on. Okay, so now I'm going to leave the way these sat in. Like if you can see, and then when you hang your flower up, if you notice the petal is a little askew, like which one is it? This one? There's one over here that doesn't look right. I think it's this one. You can move your petals. That's not a problem. But do you see how, like, I love that. Like, do you not love that? Look how pretty. Yes, Paula, and horizontal wide stripe mesh is very inexpensive. Okay. So here's my question. I had a brown flower wreath. Okay. Lori has many different wreath centers. Okay. These ones come in, there's an orange, there's yellow. I had a brown one because originally I was going to do a black-eyed Susan, which was all yellow. And I thought, nah, I don't want to do that. I just went and spray painted a brown one. Okay. I spray painted it black. So I was thinking of using this black center because I think that looks really pretty. But then again, the yellow one, or not the yellow one, the orange one looks really pretty. Okay. There's also these ones, typical sunflower center, but I don't think this one suits this wreath. What do y'all think? And of course I have another yellow, but I think that's too much yellow. Right? Well, actually, I don't know. It's kind of pretty too, right? Then it would be really bright center. Right? But I am leaning towards the black. What do y'all think? I think black or orange. Here, I'll put them up there again. Hang on a second. Let me put that away. I'm going to put this away, and I'm going to put this away because I don't think we're going to use any of those. So I think it'll be black. Let me get this orange one out of here. Oh, there's a lot of... oops, sorry. Black, orange or black, 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 orange, black, orange. Okay. I think we're going to do black. I think that's a consensus. Sorry, I forgot to plug in my glue gun to do my center. So I have to do that really quickly. Okay, I think black it is. Okay. Orange. I don't know. That orange looks pretty cool too. Because then it looks really like a sun. But the black does make the colors pop. Okay, let's go with black. Now, let's see if we need any more. Let's see if we need any more petals in the middle. Now, I did make some petals. Let me just see if I put them in what it would look like. Sometimes if you put in too many petals, it squishes them down. And then it makes the center not look as, like the most I would put in is say 4. So let's just pretend I'm putting 4 center or floor in there. With this size of center, you see what I mean? It kind of flattens this, it kind of flattens the petals, right? Oh, hi, Kathy. How's your vacation going? I didn't see you pop in. I'm so sorry. How are you? Kathy Dyer, who is also another designer on Team Unique. I don't know, maybe I could put 4 more in the center. You know what? Let's just try the 4 more while I'm waiting for the glue gun to heat up. We might as well, right? We can always take them out. Again, that's the cool thing about the Unique and the Creek boards. You can always take them out. Okay, so this is where we're going to load. I like to load upside down. Where's the top of my board? So I'm going to go the top, the side, regular holes, okay? This is row 5, regular holes. No sharing. Oh, do you like the orange? Yeah, me too. But I think the black does pop. I don't know. I think either way will look good. Again, with the centers too, you can always just change them. You can post pictures with Bowz and ask the purchaser which color they prefer. We can always do that too. Okay, so let's put these 4 in. Oh, did I put them in backwards? Oh, dang, I did. Okay, I did put them in backwards. That's okay. I'm going to have to learn to use my pliers this opposite way, at least to get them in originally. And then I'll go around and tighten them up a little bit better. Silly me. I was just babbling too much, I think. Thank you, Carrie. You can't really go wrong with a flower, right? People love the flowers. They're good sellers if you sell. And if you don't sell, they make really nice gifts. I've never seen anybody say, oh my God, a sunflower or a flower. Never. They all like them. Okay, let me see. I got to fix those petals, I think. But let me go around here and tighten up these a little bit better. Oh, I love the fluffiness of the whole thing. Yes, Lori, you could do a sign for sure. You could do a 6-inch sign or an 8-inch sign. Let me see if I have a sign here. Let's see here. Like if you had like let me see here. If you had an 8-inch sign, I wouldn't do the center hole. I wouldn't do the 4 holes in the center because I think it would be a little bit too big. But if you had a 6-inch sign, and unfortunately, I don't have one here. I have one in my other room. You could put a 6-inch sign here. This sunflower is, this is about a 6-inch flower center. So that's what that would look like if you were to do a 6-inch sign. I'm just going to use my little ladybug. I just got to clean up the little parts of these flowers. Flower centers, they do shed a little bit. That's okay. Let me just clean up here a little bit. It doesn't get stuck in all the mesh. Isn't she cute though? She's a good little worker. Okay, let's see here. Hi, Margie. So that's what a 6-inch center would look like, okay? Or a sign. Now, for the center, we're going to do the black center. Like I said, I spray painted it. I'm going to use a cable mount on it. Unique in the Creek sells these cable mounts. They have no sticky on them. Okay, so you just put your pipe cleaner through the cable mount. Okay, like that. Give it a little twist. Okay. Oh, and then you like they added for, well, it adds fullness, right? Oh, that zip tie or that pipe cleaner wasn't very even. Let me just redo that. It really doesn't matter, but I'm a little bit, I like to have them even when I put them in. Sorry, I'm struggling here a little bit. You can tell I haven't made these for a while, hey? Okay, so there's my zip tie. Let me just move this huge flower. Here is my, okay, folks. You know what we're going to do? We're going to change course. I plugged in my wood burner and not my glue gun. So you know what we're going to do first? I'm going to show you how to fuse some mesh or to make a petal. Does anybody have a petal they would like to see before I start fusing, or should I start fusing and then if you have any questions, we can go from there? What do you think? Deborah, are you still here? Now I made an autumn flower wreath on my page. Sugi's Wreath and More. And I believe that is the flower that you had asked how I fuse the two pieces of mesh together. Now, these are just leftover meshes that I have already opened. I don't really want to open another roll, but I can show you how I did that with the two pieces of mesh. Okay, you are here. Perfect. Because yes, my wood burner is hot. So we might as well wood burn, and then we can do my flower center when we get done. Okay, so I think, I don't know. I think, let's see. See, when I fuse those, Deborah, on that wreath, I use value mesh. I love the colors of this, but it's not very, as you can see, it's not very thick. Okay, so even when you scrunch it up, it's still pretty thin looking, right? But I love the color. I love this two-tone color. I think it's really pretty. Oh, Elizabeth's here. We were just talking about you, Liz, about the fires up north and about Jasper. Did you hear about Jasper? I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. Isn't that just awful? How is your community doing, Liz? Do you have time to just keep us up to date on that? I'm glad to see you popping in, though. Just going to get this stray. Oh, where did it go? I had a string. Okay, so Deborah, you lay two, whatever colors of mesh you want to fuse together, you just lay it on top. I like to add some clips to keep them straight because, you know, especially value mesh, right? It has a mind of its own. And you can also put something heavy on the bottom. I'm just going to clip that. But the one thing you need to do very first is you need to clean up the edge. So we're going to cut down. And keep a clean edge. You're going to take your wood burner and you're going to go right down the line. So now you have a really clean edge. And if you don't pull too hard, like deco mesh, it'll fuse, but it's not like poly burlap. Poly burlap fuses a little bit better. But say, for instance, I wanted to do that autumn flower, Deborah, that I did. I believe this is 10.5, so we'll go 10.5. You're going to take your petal, or you're going to take your wood burner, and you're going to wood burn straight down that another edge at 10.5 or whatever to make a square. Whoopsie, I missed the very, very top. Hold, please. There you go. And now you have two pieces of mesh. I've got a little string here. Hi, Brenda. How are you? So now you have two pieces of mesh. Okay. It gives it that extra two-tone look. Like you can put your hand between the two still, but the edges, you fuse them together, so they're like the factory edges. They won't fray as much. So for instance, if you were doing this petal that I just did, the Rita, no, you know what? I'm going to show you my favorite petal, which is the bubble petal. It's very similar to the Rita. You take your piece of mesh, okay, curl side up, factory edge to your left, top left, factory edge, bottom right, okay? And you're going to pull it to the bottom, just like that. If you want, you can clip your corners with two pieces of mesh. Sometimes it's best if you can, because obviously it's thicker than the single layer. Okay. But then you're going to just, oh no, I'm doing the bubba. Excuse me. You're going to push it up to the middle for the bubba. And then you're going to make sure your points are even, a couple inches apart. Okay. And you're going to scrunch. Now, I will tell you something. Hang on a second. Sorry, just a second, please. I have to make sure that the edges are even as well, because when you scrunch up, when they're fused, it tends to not work as nice, okay? But honestly, it doesn't matter if they're not completely together, the edges, because it looks really cool in the wreath. Like if you go and look at the picture of my last wreath on my page that I did with that autumn flower, you'll see that you can tell that there's more than one piece of mesh in there, but it gives it that, you know, I don't know, like just like a 3D-ish look. Hi, Brenda. You're making a diaper cake. Oh, wow. Those are beautiful. But look, see? Now, this is the bubble petal. So you see, the reason it's a bubble petal and not a Rita petal is because a Rita petal, the one we just did, has the points that go opposite directions. Kind of like wings, right? Kind of like rings. The bubble petal, the points go the same direction, okay? So they're going the same way. These are going outwards. So that's the difference. This is the Rita. I'm sorry. This is the Bubba. And this is the Rita that we just did. Any questions on that? Deborah, do you have any questions on the fused mesh? Do you want me to do a couple different other meshes to show you? But look how pretty that is. Just imagine doing this whole wreath with 2 rows of mesh on a large flower board, and look how pretty that would look. Like when you turn it, it has that, I don't know, like what do you call it? Like just a really pretty effect. 2-toned, 3-toned, because actually the one mesh is a 2-tone and this one is a cranberry. So I've got cranberry, red, and gold in there. And it just, I don't know, it just looks really pretty. What do y'all think? Do you like that? Do you want me to do it again, Deborah, for you with a couple of different pieces of mesh? We can do one more if you like. Why not? I got to wait for my glue gun to heat up. Oh, and by the way, once you fuse your rows together on your last cut and you don't want them anymore, you just pull them apart. That's all there is to it. Easy peasy. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like. I'll show you right now what it looks like with the what you want to do? Sorry, Deluxe foil. Sorry, I had to plug it in over there. Okay, so the Deluxe foil. I have this red Deluxe foil, okay, which I would put on the top of something. But say, for instance, you wanted to add a bit of green. You wanted like a greenish tinge to it, or maybe, oh, maybe this darker green might work better. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I missed a few comments here. Oh, thank you, everyone. No, Julia, there was only 2 pieces of mesh. I'm going to do another one here for you. Hi, Mary. How are you? Okay, so again, if you wanted 2 pieces of mesh, I'm not sure if this would look. Oh, yeah, we'll do it. This is a Deluxe foil and a value mesh, okay? You're going to do the same thing. You're going to line up your edges because you want to make sure it's straight, okay? And you're going to go down. You can clip as far down as you think. You can clip twice, 3 times, however you like, okay? But the one thing you need to do is you need to, before you start, you need to make sure that your first edge is nice and clean, okay? So we're going to do that. Just make sure that these are together. It's a little bit harder on these because they're at the end of the roll, this green one. And so it's a little bit curlier, so it makes it harder. Okay, so here we go. I need to put something heavy there. Okay, I'm going to take your wood burner. And this is the wood burner. Okay, be careful. It gets very hot. I use the chisel tip, which is, hopefully you can see it. I don't burn my hand. It's like on an angle, the tip. You're going to take your 2 pieces of mesh. You're going to pick a line. And you're going to go down the line. Be careful not to burn your hands. Your fingers, get them out of the way. Ask me how I know it hurts. Okay. Clean line, right? So there's your clean line. And it's okay if the edge, like, I think the green mesh is a tad wider than the other one, but that's okay. It'll look perfectly fine. So let's do 10 and, oh, I didn't measure this, but I think it's about 10 and a half. Okay. So let's do it here. I have marks on my board here that I can see. You probably can't see them, but I can see where the line is. And I'm also following my 10-inch line here. Okay. Make sure you also always do it on a glass tempered plate, okay? Don't go hot burning or wood burning anything on your plastic mat because you'll burn your mat. And preferably do it outside or with a fan on or with a mask on. I have a mask that I use when I wood burn because I would burn downstairs because typically where I live, it's too cold to 8 months out of the year to burn my mesh. So I do wear a mask. Julia, I've never tried fabric mesh. Can you not wood burn and fuse fabric mesh? I think I might have a roll around here somewhere. I could maybe try, but I don't know. I've never tried it, to be honest. Hi, Darlene. Oh, no worries. Thank you. I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. So here's the fuse mesh. Okay, I've got the red double foil and the green. Now you can barely see the green probably on camera. You can probably hardly see it. But when you start folding your, yeah, this green was a bit wider, but that's okay. It'll still look pretty cool. So when you fold your petal, okay, oh, that wasn't an exact square, but that's okay. We'll just do the Rita on this one. Okay, you scrunch up the middle. Remember, you have 2 pieces of mesh, so it's going to be thicker. Okay, you're going to take your finger, you're going to hold that little nub there. You're going to take your elastic band and you're going to elastic band your little nub. Okay, and here is your fused double foil Rita petal. Not only does it give you, like, value mesh, it comes in beautiful colors, but we all know value mesh is not very thick. Yes, you can't wood burn jute at all, for sure, for sure. Jute does not fuse, or jute you can't even wood burn, not let alone fuse it with anything else. Okay. But see how you can take a lesser quality but beautiful colored value mesh. Okay, you can fuse it with any color you want, and now you have this beautiful sort of, I don't know, mossy greeny red. Don't know if you can tell that on camera, but look how pretty that is. Look how sparkly that is. Okay, this was still beautiful. It's just more, it's muted, right? Because it's not metallic. But I think it looks beautiful. So when you have fabric mesh, or sorry, when you have value mesh that you just don't know what to do with, you can fuse it with any color that you like. Okay, you could fuse it with horizontal white stripe. Okay, if you have a few extra rolls of something, you can mix and match and make a beautiful flower. I mean, even this would make a beautiful flower, right? Like even that would make a beautiful flower. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you think that would be cool, or if that looks cool, or if it makes sense. Does that all make sense? Can you give me a thumbs up? Yay or nay? Halo effect. Yeah. Thank you, Deborah. Deborah, is that okay now? Do you need any more instruction on that? What do you think? Thank you, Judith. I think it's beautiful. I might even do one with this deluxe foil and this green. It's so pretty. It's hard to tell on camera what it looks like in person, but it just gives that, I don't know, that really beautiful color. Guadalupe, thank you. June, thank you, YouTube fans. Appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. So does everyone have a clear fusing mesh perfected? Oh, you're welcome, Deborah. Thank you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. You're so kind. Honestly, we have the kindest followers, Unique in the Creek. You're just all a great bunch of people. Oh, one more time, Karen? Okay, we can do that. We can do it one more time. Sure. Let's do it one more time. So you have 2 rolls of mesh. Hi, Sharon. How are you? Okay, Karen, we're going to do it one more time. So you take 2 rolls of mesh, whatever you like, okay? You're going to clip the edges because you're going to have to get a clean edge, okay? So that's one thing you need to do. This is a little bit harder because that green is the end of the roll. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a clip and clip it over here. And put that over there. There we go. So you'll take your mesh. Okay, you're going to clip it. We're going to want a clean edge. So we're going to clip it down here somewhere. Actually, because we need to wood burn it. Okay. Look for my mark on my mat, which is right here. I'm going to take my wood burner. Okay, Karen, you take your wood burner, take the chisel tip, be very careful. You pick a line. You're just going to get your clean edge. The first one is just to fuse your edge to get your clean edge, okay? Keep your fingers out of the way. Slowly wood burn it down. So now you have a clean edge. Again, try to do this outside because it is pretty stinky. Okay, so we're going to cut a 10 1/4, 10 1/2 inch piece of mesh. I put it on my line here. Probably can't see that, but I'm going to follow that line. Okay, watch your fingers. Go slow if you have to. Take your clips off. And there you go. Does that make more sense, Karen? And then you can do anything you want with this petal. We did a Rita petal. We did a bubble petal. You could do a Dean Michael petal. You could do this. I don't know what this petal is called, but I really like this petal too. I don't know what it's called. Actually, that might not work with this. It might be a bit too thick. What else could you do? Oh, you could do the rolled petal. Right, Angie? The rolled petal would work. And then you just have glimpses of green on the edges. Right? That's good, Karen? Do you want me to do the roll? Oh, Lynn. All right, my friend. Anything for you. Take your roll of mesh, insert. Angie does it really fast and really cool. But you just roll it up. Make sure that center is in the center. You take out your little tube. You push it down. You can always pull the, like when I did the roll petal, I always kind of pulled the edges out a little bit. I don't know. Gives it more length. I'm not sure. I love you too, Lynn. And then you pull up your mesh. You take your little nubby. That's good, Karen. Thank you very much. Okay, and that's your rolled petal. But see how cool it looks? Because it just gives that little hint. I guess it doesn't matter which way you put the rolled petal in, really. Oh, do you pull the ends out too, Lynn? Yeah. I do just a little tug, right? Because it just adds a little bit more length. And you know, when you put it in your board and say one's a little shorter, like say one's a little like, you know, screwed, instead of undoing your zip tie or your elastic band, just pull on it. Just pull on it and they'll become even, right? So rolled petal. Okay, so we have Rita petal. We have a rolled petal. We have a bubble petal. All fused. The green is a value mesh, yes. And the deluxe foil on top, Sharon. I'm just using these rolls because I had them open, like leftover rolls. Like there's barely anything on this green roll now, you know. So it's a perfect way to show people how to use their leftover mesh, right? Or value mesh. Do I do the Christmas trees with the blinking lights? I have done Christmas trees, but I've never put lights on them. But I'm sure Lori, or if you go to the Unique at the Creek YouTube page, she has playlists for everything. By the way, that's a good point. If you're looking for a specific designer or a specific flower or something they did or a board, you need inspiration on, say, the large boards, you can go to the Unique in the Creek YouTube page. Lori has everything in playlists. So she'll have a playlist, make it like Judy, make it like Lori, make it like Liz, make it like Michelle, etc. And she also has playlists for ring boards, large boards, small boards, triangle boards, rectangle boards, everything. So if you need to specifically want to find a tree wreath with lights, Brenda, go to that YouTube page and go to triangle board designs, and there'll be a ton. Okay, because I know Lori has done trees with lights on them. I've done trees, but I haven't put lights on them. June, what size is the mesh? What size is the mat? I'm sorry, June, I'm not sure. What size is the mesh? It's 10.5 inches. Oh, hi, Amy. No worries, honey. You're working. You're busy. I know that. Yeah, you can watch the replay. You watch me ramble along. You know how I am. I'm just rambling. Okay, folks. So that's the value mesh. What to do with your value mesh, okay? You can make beautiful petals, beautiful designs by fusing your mesh together. Okay, and are there any questions about petals? Does anybody want to know how to make a certain petal? I'm not the petal master, but I probably know some petals. Does anyone need to know that? June, did I answer your question? How long did I cut the mesh? In this, it's 10.5 inches. In this one, it's 10.5 inches. If you need a square, you need to measure your roll, because often the rolls will say 10 inches on the roll, like on the piece of paper. I don't have one, like for instance, but it's actually not 10 inches. When you measure it, it's actually 10.5 per se, right? Like this is 10.5. So if you needed a perfect square, you need to cut your square at 10.5. If it's 10, then it's 10 by 10. Okay, something like that. Does that answer your question, June? I hope that made sense, if that's what you meant. Okay, any more petal designs? Let's go back to my center. If there are any other questions, we can do that after I do the center. So what I do with the center, again, it was brown. Okay. Now it is black because I spray painted it black. Took about 2-3 light coats. Okay. You just wait in between each coat. Now you could do two things. You could take pins and you could pin it. You could pin a, let's see, you know, these little pins that you can get that I'm almost out of. If you wanted, you could just take a pipe cleaner. I'll show you examples. You could take a pipe cleaner. Sorry. Like this. And you could secure it with a pin. Okay. Or you could take a cable mount And you can glue that down. Okay. Either way, just make sure you hot glue it. And a floral U-pin. Yes, thank you, Lynn. It's called a floral U-pin. This is a smaller size, but you can get bigger ones. Okay, but I'm going to use a cable mount today. Okay, because I had it, that's how I was planning to do it. So what I'm going to do is you kind of find center. You take your glue gun. You stick some glue in there. And you're going to press this down, not with your finger because you'll burn it. And you're going to press down on that cable mount. Okay. Now, if you wanted something a bit more secure, which I would suggest doing, once you do that, you just take your glue gun and you just squirt some glue, a whole bunch of glue around that cable mount onto that center, and it'll stay on. Okay. Now, because I did that just now, we're going to have to find something else to do for a few minutes while that sets. So any other what petal would you use for angel? Oh, see? Yeah, see? I pulled it up. And it's not set. For angel wings, I've only done one set. Oh, sorry. Let me turn that off. I've only done angel wings once. When I first started, I did it on a butterfly, like on a wing board. And if I'm not mistaken, I used, I'm thinking, I think I did a rolled petal. But I think if you did a Rita petal or the Bubba petal, think about it. On a wing board, you could use like this and layer it on top of each other on the wing board, and I think it would be really pretty. Somebody here might have done wing boards before that are a little bit more, how do I say, more familiar with the wing board. I'm sorry, I can't really help you with that. But I think I'm going to put a small pin here. I think the Rita petal would look really pretty. For some reason, this cable mount's not working for me. Okay, you know what? Plan B. We are not going to use that cable mount. It's not working for me. Doesn't seem to be setting at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a pipe cleaner with some pins, okay? Hi, Jonah. How are you? Okay, instead, we're going to do that. And we're going to do the pins. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to push them down at an angle, so hopefully they don't poke out the front. That's one thing you have to be careful, okay? You don't want it to poke out the front. These are smaller U-pins, so it should be fine. And yes, if you go to the playlist, thank you, Tina, you can check out wingboard designs. There's hundreds of free videos on the Unique in the Creek YouTube page. It's a great resource if you're looking for anything that you want specific help for. Okay. So then I'm going to take this and I'm going to twist it a little bit. Actually, you know what I might do? I might take a small piece of, I thought I had a little felt. Oh, yes. I'm going to take a small piece of felt. And I'm just going to glue the felt on the back. And it gives it something else to stick to. And felt and hot glue are really good friends. And hot glue and fingers, unfortunately, are friends as well. I just burnt myself on that one. Okay, so this isn't the prettiest back. Okay, but it works. So you just put the felt down. And like I said, felt and hot glue are best friends. Once this dries, it will not come off. There. Okay. Now, because I can't really put this on here now because it has to set, maybe we should pretend and put the orange one in. What do you think? Should we do the orange one or this one? I don't think I like this one, though. Do you use a piece of felt, too? June, when I first started, I did the Dollar Tree wreath forms. But honestly, I haven't used a wireframe since I discovered Unique in the Creek. It's just so much harder. You use so much more mesh. You have to think more about it. With the Unique in the Creek board, you don't have to think of where you're going to put things because the holes are already there. But you definitely could use the 14-inch wreath form from Dollar Tree. Absolutely. But I don't make those anymore. But you absolutely could. Okay. Hey, Margaret. Did I miss saying hi to you? I apologize. What other questions? Any other questions? Oh, yeah, ladybug. I could, I do have some ladybugs and bees. I have these little ladybugs and bees. I'm not sure about the center, but it's the only one with this. It's the only one with the. See, this is how I did the cable mount, right? I did this a while ago, so it's stuck on there real well. Like that sucker's not coming off, right? You can even hear my nail on the glue. It's so cured. So we can gently put this black one in. I just can't really tie it in really hard. Okay, so let's see if that'll work. Just to give you an idea. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it in between these two holes here. Okay, the top of the board is right here, and this is the middle too. So I'm going to find those middle two holes. I might have to move my little petal nub to the side, but that's okay. You can squeeze a pipe cleaner in there, no problem. If you take the board off your table, you can reach the pipe cleaners a little bit easier. So see? Now I'm not going to pull very hard because like I said, I just glued that. So we're going to pretend that it's cured. We're going to pretend that we cut these off and stuff them down the hole so you have a nice clean back. Let me put on my hanger. Okay, so it's the first two holes top here. I'm going to put a longer zip tie in. Use my cutters, Unique in the Creek. They're very good. And that's my hanger. And that's my flower. Now, this center, like I said, isn't pulled as tight as I want it to be. It's not in there as much. But this is the flower. Like, look how pretty. Do you like the real center, Susan? Yeah, the real sunflower center looks good. But in my mind, when I wanted to do this flower, I thought of the black center originally. So I think I'm going to, like I said, you could always put different centers in, take your pictures, and if you sell it, you can ask your buyer, which center they prefer. How many petals altogether? Let me count for you, Carol, just a second. Just going to tie up this twist tie in the back a little bit. Do you like that, Lynn? Thank you. Thank you, Diana. Okay, let's check the back here. Okay, so row 2. Carol, if you want to write this down, or whomever would is interested, on row 2 on the large board. Okay, we did all the regular hose, which is 16 pieces. Somebody needs to help me do math because I'm not very good at it. Thank you, Brenda. And on the row 3, I did not use the regular hose. I only used the shared hose. Okay, so the shared hose are sets of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets of 2, which is 16. And 16. Oh, I can do that. That's 32. Then I did 8 on row 4 on the regular hose only. Okay, regular hose only. So 8 more, so that's 40. And then in the center, row 5, I did the regular hose 4. Okay, so what's that? 32, 4, so that's 44 petals. Is that correct? 44 petals. Thank you, Margaret. And thank you, Tina. Yes, the replay will be available on the Unique in the Creek page on YouTube. And if you want to make it like Judy, it'll be in my playlist on there, or they'll probably put this also on the large board playlist. Okay, so I'm going to hang it on my wall. I'm going to bring you up so you can see it hung. Hopefully that center does not fall off because, again, it's not really glued. Okay, so I'm going to bring you up. Hi, everyone. Do it slowly so you don't get... Ta-da! There's our little sunrise flower. I'm going to walk away and see what it looks like from a distance. It's kind of hard sometimes to see. But you see at 12 o'clock at the yellow how the petals are a little wonky, and at 6 o'clock they're not really spread out evenly. All you need to do, if you can notice that, see here? All you need to do is just move your petals. It's hard for me to see when I'm standing really close, but you'll notice that the petals are kind of not evenly spread out. All you do is take your petals and gently, because they're zip tied in, you just gently move them up. So if you have a space that's not quite, even looking, that's what you do. And you just want to make sure all your points are separated and go around. So instead of ribbon tails, you're working on your points of your petals. Okay, there's always something, right? Ribbon tails, point of petals. What do y'all think with that? Do you like that? Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. So that's what it looks like up. And if you have, oh, sorry, I'm trying to get you to chat. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the wall. Again, you could add any center to this, and you could add little, like a ladybug or a bee to it. Like I have a little ladybug here. We could add that. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. You can't really see it, but you could add a ladybug to it if you wanted. Again, you could ask your client or your friend or whomever's getting it if they would like anything like that on there. And yeah, I think it's really pretty. And see what I mean? It's not flat. I love the fluffiness of that petal. I like the fact that it's not perfectly, perfectly flat petals. I like that it's kind of poofy. Oh, you are very welcome, Deborah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Tina, Tracy, Lynn, Chunky. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Trying to catch all the comments here. I don't know how Angie does it. She reads her comments like there's no tomorrow. Angie, how do you do that? I don't know. Thank you, everybody. If I missed you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that's it today. I still went an hour and a half doing a very simple wreath. Oh, hi, Sharon. Oh, hi, Alice. Alice, there is a replay. It will be on the YouTube channel shortly. if you need to watch how to do the petal. Do you mean just how did I do the petal? Well, I can quickly show you. Okay. I'll quickly show you, Alice. But I mean, it would help if you went to the replay, but I'll show you how I did. I'll just take this one apart. Okay. So this is obviously scrunched up quite badly. But you take your 10 by 10, 10 and a half or whatever to make a perfect square. You take top, left, bottom, right is your factory edges. You take your top to your bottom. Okay. And then you just scrunch it. Alice, just like that. You just scrunch it in the middle. You get your little nub. You make sure your points are somewhat even. And then you take, you take a clip or an elastic band, which broke. Let's try this again. Oh, thank you, Susan. Well, I appreciate your support. I could use all the help I can get, I think, some days. I appreciate you. Oh, are you freezing, Joyce? Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. So that's how you do it. Hi, Joyce. Yes, watch the replay. Thank you very much for popping in and saying hi, though. I appreciate it. So does that explain to you, Alice, kind of how to do the petal? Again, please watch the replay if you need any more help. Replays are free, and they're always available on the YouTube channel. Oh, okay, perfect, Alice. That's right. That's the Rita petal. It's a great petal. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, so that's probably it, my friends, until we meet again, which is probably in 2 weeks. The month of July was a little wonky because Sharon and I alternated our weeks because she was busy on July 4th, and my being a Canadian, we didn't celebrate July 4th, so I I did her live. I did a live on July 4th, which would typically have been Sharon. So and then I was gone for a couple weeks, so she did 2 in a row. So anyway, after that long story, hopefully we will get back to a regular 2-week program once Lori gets the schedule out. Any more questions? You know, I like to talk, so I appreciate all your kind words. Oh, thank you, Judith. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. Anyone else have questions? I think my little ladybug's going to be at work because I've got a lot of these. Look how quick she works, though, right? Done. I mean, I just love this thing. Amazon comes in different characters, too. I think you can get different designs and stuff. And, you know, she wasn't very expensive. So if you don't have a little vacuum at your craft table, you should get one. If not this, but one of those hand vac things, because those are also handy. Because as crafters, you know, we make a pretty good mess. Okay, well, I think that's probably it. Thank you again for joining me. Please follow Unique in the Creek on Facebook and YouTube. And also, if you would be so kind to please consider when you shop at uniqueinthecreek.com that you, when you put everything in your cart, when you check out, actually, no, I have to go back. If you could please consider using my affiliate link before you go shopping at uniqueinthecreek.com, click on my link that's provided either on the uniqueinthecreek.com page under designers. I believe all our affiliate links are listed there, or it is listed in the description box below, along with my supply list. If you could be so kind to consider using that link before you do your shopping, and then on checkout, use the code TEAMUNIQUE at checkout to get 5% off your wreath boards. I get a small commission from that, and I really appreciate your support. It helps me a lot in buying supplies so I can show you new designs. Okay, so with that said, sorry, I was not talking to you directly. I apologize for that. I don't like to talk. I like to talk to you, not at my mat. I appreciate your time. Thank you again for joining me. Please follow Unique in the Creek. We appreciate your support. I hope you all have a safe and wonderful day, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. Okay? Thanks so much. Bye for now.